Welcome to Flicks on Tap.
Welcome.
I am so sick of that song. I think we need to change it. Like
give me a
ASAP.
couple more months. We'll be there. Now let's do it. Let's do it.
We got to focus on getting the podcasts up, too. So we'll get there.
Yeah,
But,
folks, I'm sorry. If you are actually listening to us right now you'll notice I've blown it on uploading, and Giancarlo's done
YouTube's the main focus, so you can just check us out on YouTube for the most part. Anyways, I have a pretty cool episode today. It's going to be our first episode talking about a television show. Pretty exciting one. And we're also trying one of the classic beers of the craft brewery, I don't know what you call it, the craft brewery revolution of like the late 90s. This is one that I've been dying for us to try on the show. It's a classic. Everyone knows it. It introduced double IPAs into the world, is what people say. The brewer was working for this, it was like a winery or something, and they wanted to get into beer, so this was the style he brewed. Eventually, when the winery decided to get out of it, the guy started Russian River Brewing Company, and Pliny the Elder was born. The first double IPA.
That's awesome, dude.
Let's crack this open and give our first thoughts before we get into Amazon's new show.
Let's do it. Thor's hammer has come out. Oh, turn it down. Thor's hammer is here.
All right, and we're splitting this one just because these are some expensive beers. This bottle was $6 at Whole Foods. This is the first time I've seen this beer outside of California as well. Even last time when I was in California, it was completely sold out on the shelf.
Dang, that's awesome.
So I'm very excited.
It's awesome that you snagged it.
And there was,
pours, dude.
When I bought this at Whole Foods, there was a purchase limit on it. You can only get 6 per customer.
Wow.
So I don't know if they'll be getting it back.
Was there anybody else buying it when you bought it?
No. So let's hope they get it back.
Okay.
So that we can enjoy these time and time again.
Well, cheers, dude.
All right, cheers to Pliny the Elder.
Thanks, man.
Great brew.
Very good.
Very good brew.
Very good.
So for anyone who doesn't know, like I said, Pliny the Elder is a double IPA. Comes from a Russian River Brewing Company. I believe it's an 8%. Let's find out. 8% alcohol by volume. It comes in this very nice pint. It's a little more than a pint, actually. I thought it was 12 ounces for whatever reason, but it's a little more than a pint. So that's not bad. We'll get a little bit more beer than I thought out of these episodes because we're doing a triple threat tonight. We're doing my 3 favorite beers from Russian River together tonight. So first up is Pliny, just because it is the flagship beer. It is a pioneer. People love it. It is considered one of the best beers ever. If you go on, I believe Beer Advocate? One of the rating websites for beer. It has a solid 100%.
Wow.
It's considered world class.
How does Stone rate in that?
Different Stones have different ratings.
True,
so their flagship, just Stone IPA, we can find that out in one sec.
Yeah.
But as I look this up, I want to introduce the show we're talking about tonight. This is actually our second Amazon production that we're doing on this show. So that's cool.
Sir.
But yeah, so Fallout. I actually played the game on like Xbox 360 way back in the day. I wasn't insanely into it. One of my good friends, it's his favorite game of all time. So I wasn't super excited when the show came out, though. I saw the trailer. I like Walton Goggins, who's one of the main actors. But the show didn't strike me as like, oh, I need to watch that. And then the other day, I clicked on it on Amazon Prime. I was like, it's a new show. I don't have anything better to do right now while I do some work. I was doing grading or something. Put it on in the background, and I love it.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the first episode?
Dude, no, I thought it was really cool because so something that caught my attention was that it jumps into the action right away. I like that it does that. You don't have to wait. You're not bored. The mix, the kind of, like you said, alternate, timeline. I'm not really used to that because I never played the game, but I knew of it kind of vaguely. So seeing this like mixture of like you were saying, the 50s meets somewhat modern because they had some technology.
It feels like it's contemporary, but everything that is advanced is also like in the design of the 50s, which is interesting.
Yeah, there's still black and white TV, for example. You have the clothing that is looking like you're in your 50s, in the 50s. But it was cool.
I believe the intro to Fallout 4 states that after the nukes were invented, they joined, like, there's this alternate timeline that happens where humans used nuclear technology for a lot of good. and that's where the show takes off. It seems like where they have all this tech, they have all these advancements, but because it is supposed to be like the year 2000 or something, because the show later on takes place in the year like 2200 or something. We know there's like a 200-year time jump.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an alternate world.
Can you tell me, is Fallout meant to be a online game where you're immersed in a world with other characters, or are you playing a story game?
So Fallout 76 is an online game, I believe. The rest of them are all stories. The first Fallout came out in like 1997, I think.
Really?
Yeah, and then Fallout 3 is like the first modern one. Then Fallout 4.
Fallout was it? What was it? Oh, geez, let's try that again. What console?
I don't even know, to be honest with you. The first one, I have no idea.
Because that's
all I know is that Fallout 3 was huge on Xbox 360. I played 4 on PS4, very very little bit, and then I just downloaded it again on my PS5. And so I kind of messed around with it a little bit after I watched the first episode of the show, because I was just interested in it. It's fun. It's cool. It's a really cool story. It's kind of scary.
Oh, I bet, man.
How timely that is with all this war talk.
Oh, you mean, in connection to what's happening. I get you, man. I know. That is... Oh, man, that is crazy to think about. But I will say the storyline seems really intricate. It seems like there's a lot of layers to it, man. I mean, I was really taken back by spoiler. Maybe not spoiler, but
we're going into it. We're talking about the show. We're analyzing it. So I watched it. I watched this one twice. I'm going to watch the next few again to watch them with Evan, just so we can really dive deep into it, because I'm a little bit ahead. But it's worth it. I'm into rewatching it. There's stuff you miss, and it's a deep story. So what were you going to say?
The ghoul, man, at the end. Is
so cool.
Ghoul. I have a hard time saying that word. The ghoul at the end was really... I was like really caught off guard by that, but in a good way.
The way the Walton Goggins character returned.
Yeah, like I was like, dude, this is crazy. I mean, the phenomenon of like being able to survive, like live longer because of radiation, or go even like was he immortal? I don't understand. Like, is he?
So from what I read online, because I don't really remember this from the games, was I guess ghouls are these people, humans, who received so much radiation that they're able to survive like indefinitely until they get like they have like later in the show you'll see it, they have this medicine they have to take to stay like sentient, otherwise they go feral and they look like they're like zombies.
Yeah, I can see the ghoul in the show is like he's missing a nose and stuff and looking pretty messed up. But
anyways, I'm trying to communicate with Nisha to get her some more beer.
Thanks, Nisha. Oh, we're getting your beer. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's a good one, so we're sharing it.
What?
My first words.
Oh, congratulations.
You have to pay the troll toll.
What does that even mean?
That's a Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference. That's another show we should do for this. I'm just kidding. That show's just way too ridiculous. Yeah, it's a Danny DeVito line from Always Sunny. That was a good debut. I like it.
We get like 1 million views on this video. Oh man. Anyways, that's going on TikTok. That's gonna be one of the TikTok clips right there. I haven't put any videos.
You haven't done that either, huh?
I suck.
I really fell off the Instagram as well, though. So it's not a big deal.
It's harder than it looks, man, to stay consistent with it. Well, I mean, we're busy.
It's just this year's extra hectic for us. Anyways, back to the show.
Let's get to the meat. So
the show opens up really coolly, like whatever weird contemporary timeline we were talking about. Walton Goggins' character is like and this is why I think it's like the 50s too, because his character is a movie cowboy. Mm-hmm. They're talking about commies and everything, just as you do in the 50s. And then a bunch of nukes drop.
Yeah.
Tons of them.
I've never really looked at nukes as like a plethora of nukes. I always thought, you have one.
Because one alone is just like an absurd thing. So imagine all those drop in, causes what we see later in the show.
So the mind behind Fallout, that's pretty genius. I mean, it's very creative. I don't know if it's genius.
I feel like it's just something that was on everyone's mind at one point in time, and someone just turned it into a video game.
Okay, you're right. But I do feel like I can already tell there's complexities and layers to it.
There's so much. Like the whole
they're
ghoul
not oversimplifying it.
The whole so there's the ghoul backstory, which we're gonna get more of, I'm sure. There's the whole, I forget what it's called, the Brotherhood. the Knights, those guys.
The Brotherhood, yeah.
There's something up going on with them, their situation that we're going to learn about. There's the
Yeah.
vaults. The vaults are this other deep, complex thing of people who went underground when the nukes went off and who were able to keep their like lineages alive down underground.
Yeah.
And they have these very intricate systems of like, I think they had like corn growing and stuff. They had crops and whatnot. They had full little houses down there, and they intermingle with other vaults to like keep breeding and whatnot.
What blows my mind, because yeah, we're talking about complexities, but the production, right? You're talking about, I mean, it's kind of the same thing like Game of Thrones and all that. You have like literally the same production as a full-length feature film, and you're doing this every week. I mean, or whatever, however, or
It just released all at once, I believe.
or what? Yeah, but anyways, you have like, I mean, it's just crazy to think about the cost of one movie. How do they do that for a show? Like,
it's got to be.
It's a very, and this is like a lot of production. Like, it's a.
No,
Some
it
crazy
looks
stuff, man.
great too. That's the thing.
does.
It looks phenomenal. It's a beautiful show. The vault set alone is probably super expensive. Who knows where they shot all the wasteland stuff?
Yeah.
The wasteland stuff really reminds me of a western, which is cool. And then when Walton Goggins' character comes out as the ghoul, he's in a full cowboy costume as
Very,
well.
yeah, very Western-esque.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And then
He's got that accent.
yeah, he does. He has the accent, which if you're unfamiliar, Walton Goggins is in Django. He's in The Hateful Eight, so he's familiar with westerns for sure.
Oh, he's in Hateful Eight. I haven't seen Hateful Eight. But
I like that one.
I
That was a
have
good
seen
movie.
Toy Story, and I heard he's in there too. He plays Emperor Zurg. I'm just kidding.
What else is he in? He's been in stuff. Anyways,
He
I
does
liked
look
him in this.
familiar, though. I looked at him, and I could see he's from something. So.
Yeah, he's in stuff. But no, I really like him.
He's a perfect Western cast.
He really is.
He must get cast typed all the time.
Way back in the day, when I first saw The Hateful Eight, I was like, if I were to write a movie about Abraham Lincoln, I would cast him as John Wilkes Booth. Can't you just see him shooting Lincoln?
Oh, yeah.
I can just totally picture him shooting Lincoln.
Have you ever read, dude? So I had my hands on a Lincoln a biography once. I never actually read it, right? But it
You just had your hands on it.
dude. The biographies that exist for Lincoln are like 600 pages,
Dude,
man.
that's nothing. When I went to, I was at UNLV, the campus the other day. I was up in the library in the Civil War section, and there was like a multi-volume set of a biography of Lincoln's life.
Are you serious?
It was like
That's
at least-
actually kinda cool.
It was like 6 books, and they were all thick. Like,
So someone's life is
solid.
just dedicated to writing.
yeah,
about
oh yeah.
Lincoln.
There's historians who dedicate themselves to individuals or individual events.
Can someone dedicate their life to like researching Fallout, like video games?
There's
Like,
I was like researching the show a little bit. I didn't research too much because I didn't want to get any spoilers. But there's like people who call themselves like Fallout lore experts.
you know what? Interesting, because if you're doing, I feel like if you're diving into Fallout, you're looking into the Western, you're looking into nuclear history, you're also like diving into the Romance period.
But what you got to
looking into
realize too is that a lot of world building goes into this because of that whole alternate timeline situation. It's not like all of American history and then the nukes drop. It's like after World War II, they go onto this stray path that never actually happened in American history, where they have all this
Yeah.
nuclear technology that we never developed. So there's like all that history, and then the nukes dropped, and then 200 years later, we're in the wasteland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's just like this immense timeline of stuff that occurred. And so, yeah, I'm sure there's people who do it. I'm sure there's probably like some, what do you call it? Fan writing about the show
Yeah.
as well. Or games, I should say. The show's brand new, so
Yeah.
we'll see how that takes off.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, you're pulling from so many different eras, and
It even gave me a little bit of like
too.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood vibes, because Walton Goggins was playing like that movie cowboy character that Rick Dalton plays in, or that Leonardo DiCaprio plays as Rick Dalton in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
like the same vibe.
Yeah, similar. Definitely different vibe because
Yeah.
of the like whole situation, what's going on, the whole Red Scare and nukes and everything. But the character of this 1950s movie cowboy, was like something I'd never seen portrayed before. And then we got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and now this one, it's like a similar character to me. I don't know. I wonder
Yeah.
if they drew from it at all, or
that's
if it was a
interesting.
coincidence.
That's really interesting. Yeah, no, good connection, dude.
It's
Well,
like, but you got to realize too, someone like John Wayne was super famous. People like Clint Eastwood were super famous back then, but there's never them as actors were never really portrayed in media until recently.
like, you mean the person?
Yeah, like them as an actor, not as an actual cowboy or whatever. But anyways,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
back to the show. Who was your favorite character so far? I think that's a good one to explore because we were introduced to 3 main characters. So this first episode was a lot of exposition. I feel like we got 3 introductions, and I feel like all we got was introduction in the first episode, at least, which is good because it was a long episode. Like right at the end, you're like, "Ooh, this is a long episode." And like we were just talking about producing a movie versus a TV show. This first episode felt like a pretty fleshed out movie, at least in length.
Yeah, I mean it was like an hour and 10 minutes.
Just about, yeah. I think hour 6 was what the credits rolled on.
Yeah, wow. You know what? I would say the ghoul.
The ghoul's
Because
so
he has a
cool.
nice bookend, right? He's front, he's in.
Yeah.
But I also really like the dad who gets taken. He just seems like a really genuine, like the guy of the main daughter's dad.
Yeah. What's his name?
John or something like that. I don't know.
Hank McLean, I believe.
Oh, nice memory. Who's yours?
So it's either the ghoul or I actually really like Maximus because he seems genuine. The guy who wants to become the knight.
Oh yeah.
Like to me, I feel like you're gonna get a lot of character building with him because he's so fresh. Like he's this young guy. He's on a mission to become this knight. He's going through this tough stuff. We got some flashbacks of his childhood, so I'm wondering what's going to happen there. What
You're
they're
right.
going to introduce.
I
Maybe
forgot about
some more
that guy.
background lore or something. So we'll see.
Yeah.
That guy was cool. We'll go on.
What's crazy is everyone in that movie's so like skinny and scrawny because they haven't eaten and stuff. But that guy's kind of like
That guy's a little bigger.
a little bigger. I'm like he's pushed.
But there's
some
that
weight.
scene where he's getting in trouble for they think that he injured his friend because he wanted to take her position as the scribe to the knight, and the guy who's like reprimanding him tells him something along the lines of like, "We brought you in here, we fed you." So like, because they're going on these missions, I feel like they're doing their best to keep these people fed, maybe or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Just talking about it, there's so much history to these like institutions that are in the show that like what you said is like, I wonder how deep all this stuff can really go.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars. Like think about Star Wars, how deep everything goes nowadays.
I'm surprised they didn't turn it into a movie and like they went the show route. But
I like the show though. Because like I said, you got an hour and 5 minutes or 6 minutes, whatever I said, an hour and 6 minutes of exposition. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's still 7 episodes to go.
Yeah.
So I think a show with this much to explore really went on a good route.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not being an hour and 30 to 3 hours.
That makes sense. Yeah. Wow, writing a show, man, that's crazy. Like,
I feel like you'd run out of ideas unless it's something this rich. That's what I like about this. Is like I feel like there's a lot to explore. And
Do
it's
you
just
think they're
gonna keep
sitting there
getting
playing
bigger.
the video game, just getting inspired? They're like, all right, let me pull
Who
from
knows,
this.
man? Like I said, I'm not super familiar with the game. We should sit down and like play it one day and see how much it relates. See how
Just do video game reviews.
video game reviews on here too.
No, that sounds fun though. Like movie related video games, that's awesome, dude.
That's a good topic to bring up tonight. Actually, there was a good movie last year that I enjoyed a lot. Super Mario Bros.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
I liked it. Oh yeah, we got the little mushroom too.
Yeah.
So that
I
just
think
shows us-
I think they did a good job casting. It was fun.
I was kind of shocked when they didn't do the Mario accent throughout the whole movie.
Wait, they didn't?
It was just Chris Pratt's voice as Mario.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was like an act.
It was an act. It was for like the little plumbing company commercial that they put on the accent.
That's interesting.
But,
that was definitely a way out for sure.
It would have been kind of hard to listen to that for an hour and a half.
I think that must have been why they did it.
Yeah, because even Luigi, the weirdest thing, coming back to Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Luigi was Charlie Day.
Mm-hmm.
That was so, I think that casting was phenomenal because they had the whole like throwback, or not throwback, but like little homage to Luigi's Mansion. And Charlie Day's voice is just like the perfect scared Luigi.
Yeah.
It was so
good.
Exactly. That was
I can't do it. Do your best Super Mario.
Oh, I can't do it, dude.
Oh, wait, no, dude. The Italian guy should be able to do this better than Mario.
Give me a quote to say, dude. What does he say?
Oh, it's me, Mario. That was so good. That's what I
me,
want.
Mario.
Oh, that was perfect, dude. That's what I was hoping for, man.
I'm about ready to try our next beer.
It's me,
Beerio.
Beerio. Yeah, I want the Beerio.
Who's your go-to cart character?
Toad, dude. I've
Oh,
always
that's right.
felt like
I
Toad's
remember that now.
fastest.
Toad's fastest because he's small. That's what you're thinking about.
That's what's up, bro.
Mine's Luigi every time, dude.
Really?
Let's do
People who
Blind
pick
Pig.
Wario or like the bigger guys, I'm like, you're crazy, dude. You're slowing down. There's no way you're gonna win.
I think Nisha's a Donkey Kong guy.
You're a Donkey Kong guy.
Yeah, Nisha.
She can't talk anymore. She said her mouth. She said
She's reading the next bottle.
Oh.
I believe. So the next bottle is also from Russian River. As I said, we're doing a triple threat from Russian River tonight.
We're only, by the way, we're only drinking 4 out of 4 ounce cups. So
Yeah, that's not a lot of
getting
beer.
crazy, y'all.
So we're drinking Blind Pig IPA, just a regular IPA.
Sick, dude. I had a Blind Pig once.
6.2% alcohol. It's a little lighter. Just a classic IPA, I believe. I remember really enjoying this the one time I've had it. So I've been looking forward to going back and revisiting this one.
Dude, I can tell you genuinely meant that, bro. I could tell, man.
All right, let's get these poured out.
Yeah,
so
we've
we can
used this thing so
explore.
much.
I know that was a great investment, dude.
Oh, thanks, dude. It's just. What would we do without? Like, this is like our.
The Thor's hammer. It's our main piece right in
nice,
the middle
man.
too. All right, Evan. So there's
All right,
your
sorry.
pour. Go ahead and let me know.
Just opening a beer bottle is just the best.
Let me know what you think about that.
I mean, would you rather open a beer bottle like that or pop a can? Which one do you like?
Opening the beer bottle with that is awesome.
Just in general, I just feel like
The bottles are better too. They taste better.
Yeah. Here we go.
All right.
Cheers.
Smells nice and refreshing like any other IPA. Let's dive right in.
All right, Blind Pig.
Basic IPA. It's a great one though. It's just very solid. You can tell there's a lot of quality in
I'm
it.
having a hard time distinguishing the two. They're really good, but
So this one to me is less fruity. It's a little hoppier, which is interesting. The double IPA at a higher alcohol, which we didn't really discuss the flavor profile too much. To me, there was a lot of like good fruity-ish hoppy notes as opposed to like the danker ones. And this one has the danker notes, I think. Even though this one's lighter
now that
alcohol.
you're saying that, I get it.
So let's go in for a second.
Oh man.
A little bitter, a little more bitter. I like
Yeah.
it. This one's really good. Solid brew. I would go for this one again and again, except for the fact that it's
Look at this can.
$6 bottle.
This bottle. Yeah, that's definitely.
I like the art a lot too. I don't know why. It's very simple. Both of them had very, very simple art. To me, this Blind Pig is just really cool. What are you reading on there?
What's funny? Well, nothing funny. There's nothing funny. I was just looking at my Mac update, and we're on Mac Sonoma right now, and this is from Sonoma County.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh, I made a connection, but that's the most boring connection ever.
Yeah, that sucks.
Anyway, you're sitting here talking about the beer, and I'm talking about the word Sonoma. But dude, they're good, man. I like the bottles, dude.
I love
like
the bottles. It's a solid piece of work. I don't know what to say, but no, I like it.
It's good, man. I would if I got in a bar fight, I would use one of these bottles for sure, dude.
It has a nice grip.
It's nice, yeah.
The neck. I don't know what kind of neck that is.
It's gooseneck, not gooseneck. That's poor, but bottleneck.
That's what I was gonna say, but that sounds stupid.
That sounds stupid, dude. We need to get some trivia up on the show, dude. We need to all right, let's go back to Fallout, man. So, okay, it's good. You've seen how many episodes now? Because I've only seen the first one.
I think 3.
I haven't even asked you that. You've seen 3.
I think so.
Okay, and there's
Something
one
like
season
that.
so far.
Yeah, 8 episodes total.
Okay, all right, man. So when did Prime start taking over the game, dude?
I know they did so good. This, like I said, it's our second Prime production we watched. And,
Yeah.
like we said with Roadhouse, which was the first one, it wasn't an amazing, like, fantastic cinematic masterpiece, but it was a super fun movie. This show was super fun too. They're just doing really well, and it's already been renewed for a second season.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that it's confirmed that it's going to take place in New Vegas, which is like Las Vegas after the nuclear war.
Wow, that's cool.
There's a video game called Fallout New Vegas. I never played that one, so I'm not familiar with it at all. I guess it's a really good game though, and I think they had like a recreation of downtown and everything. Like you can see like the marquee for the Four Queens. It's named something else, of course, because it's alternate universe or whatever. But it's going to take place in Vegas, I guess. I haven't seen it. I haven't finished the season, so I'm not sure. I think there's like a nod to Vegas at the end of the first season.
Yeah.
Not positive yet, but. No, it'll be cool. It's already been approved, and I think the state of California gave them like $25 million in tax break already to film in California for the next season.
Wait, how does that work?
I don't know how it works. There's a lot of complicated contracts going into business, which is why Mark Wahlberg is opening the studio with Sony out here, or he advocated for Sony to open the movie studio here in Vegas because taxes are less complicated here, of course.
Yeah.
So that's going to be happening. And yeah, so there's a lot of contractual stuff that goes on behind the scenes in Hollywood. And I guess that Prime was already working with California to get season 2 undergoing.
That's cool, man. No, that's cool.
From what I've seen already, I'm excited. It'll be, hopefully it's as good as this season. And like you said, video game shows and movies, just video game adaptations in general right now are kind of taking over. I didn't watch it, but did you watch Last of Us?
No, I heard it was good.
I didn't play it or watch it, but I've heard good things about both the game and the show. But yeah, like I'm saying, like video games are making it into the other forms of entertainment right now, which is really cool.
Yeah, man. No, I do like that. I wonder if are we in a wave of that then? Is that like a wave? Are we
probably because I know that Nintendo's going to be making like a Legend of Zelda movie.
Yeah, that's epic, dude.
I don't know if that's just rumors or if that's legitimate.
That's really cool, though.
Really fun.
Well, if we do that, that's definitely they're gonna have to like unroll all of them, dude. They're gonna have to do a Donkey Kong movie.
Oh, 100%.
You're opening a Pandora's box right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope they don't overdo it like they did with Marvel. Marvel's like still suffering. After I think Infinity War Part 2 was like where they dropped off. After that, nothing really great has happened.
Loki though, people like Loki a lot.
I watched it. It wasn't that great. In my opinion, it was cool.
Okay.
Did you watch it?
I only watched the first season.
You see,
but I did like it.
It was cool.
Yeah.
You didn't watch the second season? Is there a second season?
There's a second season.
See, I didn't even know. Anyways, you know what I'm super excited for though is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep.
That trailer looks awesome.
Yep.
I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, and we'll see some weird overlap.
Yeah.
Because what Loki did was open up that whole variant world, and so we don't even know what Wolverine we're getting. Like, we might not be getting the Wolverine from the movies that we're familiar with. Because he's wearing that suit, too, from the comics, the comic-accurate suit
That's
that
right.
wasn't ever in the movies.
That's right. The multiverse is just so prevalent now.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like they give a little bit of information on that in the trailer. Well, they don't really give info on that, but the trailer definitely makes you think that he's a more... Yeah, it's hard to describe. I'm trying to describe that Wolverine, but we'll find out, I guess.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just
have fun with it.
It's a really cool thing to go on with this. A lot to explore with that movie for sure.
You know what my prediction is for that?
Let's hear it.
My prediction is we're gonna get more than one Wolverine in that movie.
100%. There's no way that we don't get more than
right. Yeah, it's just how it goes. We're gonna probably get Logan too. We're probably gonna
like
get
the older one.
Yeah, I think he's gonna.
I saw when Logan was first being talked about before the movie was even like a thing, before the trailer for Logan came out. There was this really cool fan art online of Clint Eastwood as Old Man Logan from the comics.
Oh, that's sick.
It was really cool. I thought that would have been an awesome movie because he's all grumpy like that too. Like, imagine a Gran Torino Clint Eastwood as Wolverine.
But he had to be pretty. Well, I guess he doesn't have to be yoked, but I feel like you definitely have to be.
Yeah, no, you're kind of right.
A little
there.
bigger. He's pretty skinny.
He's very skinny now. Did you see the picture of him from like a couple days ago?
No,
he doesn't even look like himself anymore. He just looks like a 100-year-old man.
He's super old.
Sad. It's kind of sad to see, but he looks fine because he's like still working.
Wow. That's how much you know you love it. Like, you could have retired 50 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You are still doing it.
I wonder at what point he could have retired and been set for life. Like, I wonder how many, like, at what movie that was just solidified for him.
That's a good wondering. That's a very good wondering. It also I guess it depends on how many expenses to take on, though. Because if you're living in a mansion, I always wonder that. Like,
that's true.
How much are your expenses?
How financially responsible you are.
But yeah, you think about you're an actor. You get one movie, and if you make $2 million, I mean, you can live your whole life in a 1-bedroom studio or a 1-bedroom apartment.
And you got to think of all the stuff that dude's been in. Like, so we talked about the Dollars trilogy the other day. He didn't make much off of that. But I'm sure he's still making money off of like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly to this day.
Totally, yeah, that makes sense, man.
Depending on contracts, of course. But then he was Dirty Harry. Have you seen those movies?
I know what you're talking about. I'm
so good.
I regretfully haven't seen those.
So good.
Yeah, and he was mayor. I don't think mayor makes much, but
no, especially for a small town like that, not at all.
But that's still really cool.
Yeah. That is cool. That's a cool story.
It was funny is he was mayor. So he was mayor of freaking Carmel while Leon Panetta was, defense attorney, not defense attorney.
Wait, why does that name ring a bell?
He was because he
that?
was the leader of our military for a long time. Like he was.
I can't remember.
I forgot the title of that, but he lives in Carmel.
I don't know why I can't remember who that is.
And now his son does local politics over there. But he was, what's the word for it when you're the guy who like leads, like runs the whole military? I don't know.
I'm so blank.
Oh man, I shouldn't have brought this up without knowing the title. I suck. But I'm just saying, you had these two guys from Carmel who are like politically. You know what? Mayor has nothing to do with that. He was like Leon Panetta was way bigger politically. But I was just saying, like Carmel was on the map for a little bit. And I think they need to make some more movies over there because they did what's called that show with it's called Big Little Lies.
Yeah, I like that show. That was in Monterey. Yeah,
and they did, but I don't know, man. They don't do a whole lot in Carmel. Carmel's got some really cool history and like some like, and you get as you go up the coast, you have some missions over there. You have some really dope stuff in Big Sur. Like I just want to see more filmed over there. It's fun.
That's true.
I don't know why I brought
it's
like
so
Leon Panetta has nothing to do with that. I was just trying to put Carmel on the map real quick.
You just
love Carmel
on a strange tangent that went in all kinds of different ways.
Yeah, well, because dude, you know what? But the Central California is so like underrated. I feel like, and I would consider that the Central Coast. But that was a weird tangent.
It's all good.
You know what it was? It was me saying a name that I was proud of because I don't know anybody's names. I don't know anything. So when I know something, I like to share it.
And it's just unfortunate that you got like the one thing that's not coming to my mind right now. So I couldn't like keep that
I'm
going.
I'm surprised you don't know who Leon
I know the
Panetta
name
is.
and I just can't put my thoughts together right now.
Man. Well, anyways. So, okay. The guy who plays the ghoul in...
Walton Goggins.
What other movies is he in?
So like I said, he's in
That was a really random
those two Tarantino ones, Django and Hateful Eight. And I'm not quite sure other than that. He was on a sitcom very recently.
Was he the bad guy?
I think he was like the dad or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's a weird casting. But what I like about his character in Fallout is, like you said, he had the bookend. He was the first person we saw and like the last character we saw of the main characters. The first time we saw him, he was just a dad, normal dude.
Yeah.
He had his kid with him. He was trying to get her a slice of birthday cake when the nukes went off. He was teaching her that whole thumb trick, which I think has a lot to do with Fallout. Because if you look at like a lot of the Fallout like pictures, merchandise, whatever you want to call this stuff, trailers, ads, there's the Vault Boy, the little blonde dude in the suit. You know what I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. And he's always giving a thumbs up and winking. Mm-hmm. But I realized...
Like the propaganda kind of deal?
Yes, but what I realized... when Walton Goggins was explaining the thumb trick to his daughter was that he's not giving a thumbs up and winking. What he's doing is seeing how big the cloud of the nuke is.
Oh, so that guy taught his daughter to do that.
Yeah, and then okay, so like that's how it opens. That's how we get the entertainment. I thought was really cool is, I don't know if you saw this because we were kind of like throwing it on in a rush. The first thing that comes up on the screen was the words "the end."
I don't remember that.
Yeah, see. So that was the first thing. First frame of the show was the end already. And then they're at this party. He's like working the party. He's with his daughter. He explains, if you look at your thumb, close one eye. If the cloud is smaller than your thumb, run. If it's bigger, there's no point in running. And so the daughter's like hanging out outside and we see a flash and she puts her thumb up. He comes outside with the cake for her and she goes, is it your thumb or my thumb? And he turns around and then everything goes into slow motion, which is really cool.
Yeah.
The audio gets like distorted and stuff. There's music going. It's just like, it just turns into chaos.
I can't believe
it's really cool. It's a really cool opening.
Does that mean they've seen mini bombs before then? Like, how does she know to do that? I would be freaking out. Like, I wouldn't be able to. I mean, I know it's an alternate, it's like.
I don't know. I think it's just the fact that it's just like shocking that she was just like, oh my gosh, he just told me what to do. And she does it. And she's just like, your thumb or my thumb, because it was so big.
Yeah.
And so like his thumb would be bigger, but she's a child. So anyways,
that's crazy. Cool. That's crazy, man.
They run off. There's that little shot of some guy trying to go into the Fallout shelter. And he punches the other dude.
Yeah.
There's just like, you can see the chaos ensuing.
I want to I didn't really properly acknowledge what you said though. So the thumb of that little blonde dude or whatever, the little cartoon character,
boy,
that has to do with that.
I think so. I mean, I haven't seen it confirmed anywhere, but I feel like opening the show with that was very intentional. And then I just like, I've always seen that picture around because the video game's huge. Like it's always been a really popular video game. So like you walk into GameStop, you see it, stuff like that. So as I heard the description of Walton Goggins talking about the thumbs up and closing one eye, it just made me think of that image from the video games, from all the advertisements. I was like,
cool.
that's got to be what that is. Especially because, like you said, when you go into the vault later, that Vault Boy is used on all their propaganda. So like he was probably like teaching them a lesson, doing the thumbs up in the wing.
Dude, that's interesting. Okay. Well, I love that connection, dude. Episode 2, we will be talking more about them. So
yeah, it's going to dive deeper. Like I said, a lot of exposition, which is really good for TV shows. They really let you explore the characters a lot more.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm excited to see what happens with Maximus.
And you don't like... Oh, yeah. Maximus. I feel you, bro.
Because I feel like there's a lot to dig into with that guy. And the Ghoul as well, because, I mean, we're getting his backstory as well as his current story.
I wonder if they're going to meet.
That'd be interesting. We'll see. I'm trying to think. I kind of lost track of what I saw after the one we watched because I've been thinking so heavily on the one we watched.
Did you ever watch Westworld? I forgot.
No.
I really think you like Westworld.
I think the creators of Westworld have something to do with this show. I'm not 100% sure. Got to look that up for next time.
I think I would bet a lot of money that you would like Westworld, at least the first 2 seasons.
Didn't it get canceled out of nowhere? And
I don't know.
It was a big controversy.
I know the last season wasn't good. They were trying to do a different thing that just wasn't working. But the first 2 seasons, dude, are just so good. I mean, at least nothing else the first season. I would happily rewatch that.
What's that on HBO?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's so good, dude. I know. It was like Westworld and then Game of Thrones are kind of like the... If you weren't watching Game of Thrones,
Game of Thrones. First episode.
I loved it. It gets good, bro.
That's weird. I can't imagine you like sitting down and watching that show.
Oh, dude, I watched it all by myself.
But you've never seen
Lord of the Rings. I watched it with my friends, but also some episodes by myself. What was that?
But you've never seen Lord of the Rings, but you've seen Game of Thrones.
Lord of the Rings.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They're different in my opinion,
They're different, but I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know why I thought of
I can't. Here's the thing. I think I like the show aspect because it's like a 1 hour, 50 minutes to an hour. I can't sit down for 3 hours.
For me, that's what I dislike about a show is if I don't watch it as it comes out, like with Fallout, where I can watch these quick 1 hour episodes. There's so much to Game of Thrones now that I'm overwhelmed by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a commitment.
That's what I'm saying. It's just too much.
It's a commitment. But I will say, you don't have to. I mean, you could probably watch the first 2 seasons and get your fix and be like, you know what?
It has to be really good for me to get into it. Like The Sopranos. That was the show that I was able to sit down and watch the whole however many seasons there are of it. It's so good.
I'll check that out. I've not watched that. Isn't that the one that kind of put HBO on the map?
Yeah. Yeah, they were like nothing before that.
Yeah. They kind of put TV on the like long form TV, right?
That's 100% the show that started what we're enjoying today.
Yeah.
So it was like that, and then there's like a long break of time before Breaking Bad came out. Then Breaking Bad kind of took over with that realm, and then stuff just started taking over from there.
Yeah, so Breaking Bad was very formative in the television world too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That'd be an interesting book to see the history of television.
Yeah, I'm sure there is one. When it comes to like Breaking Bad, do you ever watch the whole thing?
No, I only watched like the first 2 seasons, man.
I think I've seen like 3 or 4 seasons. I don't remember. I never finished it either though.
I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like for me, TV, as soon as you drop off of it, it's hard to get back into a show because I can't, like, I'm not going to rewatch Breaking Bad now because there's so many seasons. But I don't know whatever happened to it.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a lot of time out of your life, for sure. I get you, man. Are we doing a third one?
Yeah. We have another beer. Another one from Russian River. Like I said, triple hitter tonight.
Were we doing 1, 2, 3? Is that what you did? A single, double, and then triple? Or was this
So the Pliny, I just started with Pliny because it's their like most famous beer. That's a double IPA. This is a regular IPA. And then we're doing Mind Circus, which is a hazy IPA.
Oh,
they do have a triple. It's called Pliny the Younger. It's a triple IPA. Something special about the release for it. It's very hard to get unless you go to like their actual brewery, I believe. I've never had it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were... Yeah, that's cool.
So this is Mind Circus. I remember really enjoying this one too.
Mind Circus.
Look at that art. The art on this one's really cool.
Here. Oh, who's this guy on the...
Kind of looks like you, dude.
Thanks, man. Wait, no. Never mind.
Not a compliment anymore after you took a second look.
Oh, I don't like that guy. He reminds me of the... I don't even want to bring it up.
I'm scared what?
Never mind.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he looks like the freaking. No, I'm not gonna say it.
No, now you have to say it, dude. You can't bring that up on
He
recording.
looks like the freaking Subway dude,
Jared from Subway, bro.
which we don't like. We don't like that guy, but
Ooh,
he
look how
looks
hazy
like
that
he
is.
looks like that guy. Okay,
That's a hazy boy.
I love how easy to pour on the 4 ounces.
These 4-ounce pours are real nice. Like every
Yeah.
single one has been pretty decent.
You gotta pay the troll toll.
Nice.
All right. So, like I said,
Oh.
Mind Circus is a hazy IPA.
Mind Circus.
And it comes from Russian River, like the last two did as well. Santa Rosa and Windsor, California is where they're located. And this last one is a 7%. So we had an 8%, dropped down to a 6.2, and now a 7. There was no... I normally do more of like a... go from lightest alcohol to heaviest in terms of like the taste. It's supposed to be better that way. But with these, I went from their most popular to the... and drop down. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and cheers these bad
Cheers,
boys.
man.
Good cheers sounds with these little glasses.
Yeah. Oh, I like that you put these in the front. I think that's a good call. Oh, jeez.
Tastes like a good hazy, dude. This is solid hazy.
I'm digging these glasses, man.
Yeah, this is like the best investment ever. But yeah, if you're watching video,
This is very good. Very good.
very hazy, very nice. Good amount of head, lacing. Cool color. It's just a really light yellow, and it's not translucent
Yeah,
at all. It's just
not
completely
overbearing.
see-through. It's sweet like a hazy should be, but you're still getting a little bit of that bitterness, which is very enjoyable. And I don't know about you. In my opinion, all three of these beers have been insanely high quality. You can just tell. You can just tell that they are
Yeah.
very good.
No, I agree. I think there's the right amount of complexity to them and the simplicity. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I want to say complexity and simplicity at the same time.
No, they are, because they're just kind of like what they're supposed to be. So they're simple. But at the same time, because they're such good like models of what each style is, you can taste all these different notes that just make them so much more
Yeah.
enjoyable. And that's where you're getting that idea of the complexity.
Yeah.
At least I think.
And you have good lacing.
That's your favorite part, dude.
Good
Yeah, look at
lacing.
yours.
But
Nice.
that means something about the beer, right? That is
Quality.
Quality beer.
Quality.
Right?
Something about the quality. I forget now. We did a deep dive on it in one of our first episodes before we were
Yeah.
Flicks on Tap, when we were still beer happy. Shout out to the original episodes.
Yep,
But yeah,
shout out
we did
Beer
a deep
Happy,
dive on
man.
the lacing.
We'll have to talk to Justin Nomad about that one and be like, yo,
That's
what's
a good
up?
point.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers again.
Here we go. Do you think our show's going to go over an hour 10 or under?
Today, let's go for exactly an hour and 6, like the first episode of Fallout.
All right.
I think so. We don't have credits, but I think it was an hour and 10, counting the credits for Fallout.
Okay.
I'm excited to keep watching the show. It's going to be good. We have a lot to discuss in terms of, like we said, the lore. Once we start digging into this show, I feel like the conversation can be kind of endless.
Yeah.
I feel like we really got to explore some of the video games to be able to give some more knowledgeable discussion. I feel like we're doing a disservice.
Yeah.
But if you're like us, casual viewers of it, this is a good conversation.
Even if you don't watch the video game, it's still fun, man. I feel like there's like...
It's so good because I only
a good show.
downloaded the video game to my PS5 because it was like available for free with my membership or whatever. And then I was just like, I was curious. So I played for like 10, 20 minutes. Nothing too serious.
I wonder what the sales are going to... What the sale?
I know
what
that the
impact is going to be like.
The online version, Fallout 76, saw like 1 million players in one day the other day. And it's not a brand new game, so that's pretty impressive.
Wow. I can't believe that. I still can't believe that it was like its origins go back to 97.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I like I said, I was doing some research because I was curious about the show when it came out. I do this thing where like when I'm interested in something, I'll just start researching it. And so I
You're
did
in the library just...
Yeah, but
through all
the issue I have when I'm watching in the middle of something, like with Fallout, is I keep seeing like, oh, I might see a spoiler, so I stop. So I'll be able to discuss it more once I actually finish the whole show.
That's
think.
a tough game to play with research.
Yeah, it's like you're really like
you're
walking
playing.
this fine line of like I'm about to find out what happens at the end.
So you've been doing a lot of, man. I feel like that's what I appreciate about you, man. You actually enjoy research. I don't. So, reading stuff, like,
it's tedious.
I just don't like reading stuff, man. But I do appreciate that because you add so much input to our conversations. But what I will say is, does this show make you want to look up like nuclear history or like anything that like did it spark any interest? Like, do you want to go? Because I know we have access to the UNLV library, and you really appreciate that database. Do you want to go look up stuff? Are you kind of like, let me dive into this?
So like
that
to me,
extent?
that kind of happened already this past year with Oppenheimer. I got interested in it with Oppenheimer, and I went to the Atomic Museum, and so it's super interesting, and I think it's just very timely. I think Fallout, I don't know if it's coincidental, the timing, but the fact that everyone's into this whole conversation about the bomb, and then Fallout comes out right after, kind of giving you this glimpse into what could have been after World War II. It's very interesting. And so, it's a topic that's interesting to me, interesting to a lot of people. I mean, there's a whole museum right down the street from us about it.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
Yeah, it's good. It's
true.
interesting. It's terrifying, as I said earlier. It's just so realistic.
What was something you learned at the Atomic History Museum in Las Vegas that surprised you? This ties in with Fallout.
The amount of tests that we've done. Like, the amount of nukes that we've set off as a country, just us, not all the other nuclear powers in the world, is terrifying.
Wow.
The amount of, like, nuclear fallout that actually exists in the world. There's, like, a test done out in the ocean at some point, and the radiation hit, like, a Japanese ship, like, fishing ship, and, like, all the people on it got sick and stuff, and, terrifying stuff.
So easy to take health for granted, but like something like that happens, like you can't prepare for that stuff. Oh man!
And that's what this whole thing dives into, like Fallout. People were thinking they were prepared with the vaults, like we talked about.
Yeah.
But everything still went crazy. And you know what this really reminds me of? And this is something we'll probably discuss on the show too. It gives me a lot of Mad Max vibes. And I know you said you hadn't seen any of them, but we should check out Furiosa when it comes out.
Down.
But it feels very similar to like Fury Road, but more so the Mel Gibson one. I'm trying to remember the name, not the Thunderdome one. Oh, Fury Road's the new one. I lost track of the names. Anyways, the second Mad Max is a really good movie. And
Mel Gibson directed one?
No, he's Mad Max, dude.
Is he the OG?
He's the original Mad Max.
How long ago was that?
I have no idea. I can't remember now. I really like those movies, and I've watched them all. I never got so into them that I remember all the dates and stuff.
Movies,
80s, bro. I want to say.
Wow, that's cool. I know that.
Yeah. You know when they were filming Fury Road, George Miller, the creator, wanted Eminem to play Mad Max.
No way.
Yeah, but Eminem's a weirdo, and he was like, I won't film anything outside of the city of Detroit.
Really?
Yeah, because he wants the tax dollars to go to Detroit or whatever.
I mean,
that's where it's from.
I guess I can respect that.
That's dumb, though. Like, he could have been in Mad Max. That would have been sick.
But you know what? I don't know. That is weird. Yeah. I would love to see Eminem in something, though. That'd be cool.
8 Mile was a good movie.
Yeah. Wasn't he originally going to play the boxer? Or am I just making that up because you're saying this stuff? But I know he had the soundtrack in 8 Mile.
No,
sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. I immediately thought Southpaw.
Yeah, you're thinking something else.
8 Mile was.
8 Mile's the one about him.
Yeah, remember when
semi-autobiographical.
Anthony Mackie comes in? He's
dude. Yeah, I forgot that was Anthony Mackie until very recently, and I was watching the battle clip again where he's like, Clarence's parents had a real good marriage.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, wait, Clarence is Anthony Mackie, dude.
Yo. I mean, I don't remember that line. You have a crazy memory, but that was I just remember the battle, and then I remember Scary Movie 3. Making fun of that. Remember that with Simon Cowell?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Did you know they're remaking Scary Movie? No. Yeah, dude. Paramount announced it.
Scary Movie.
They're just making a Scary Movie. I don't know if it's like a remake of one of them or if it's just a new.
Well, that'd be weird to remake one. They gotta just do a new one because you gotta do the modern horror movies.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Well, because
what are they gonna throw in there? Conjuring.
Yeah. But that's also kind of lame because that's kind of what they did in Scary Movie 1. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying is, I don't know. What good horror movies came out recently?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because for me, my favorite recent horror movie is Conjuring.
I think they might maybe they'll do Megan or something like that. Like
Megan? Oh, for sure.
Like
I thought that movie was more of a satire in it's itself
true.
already.
That's true. Maybe that's not a good
It wasn't
one.
that serious of a movie to begin with.
That's a good one. You're right. Megan, maybe they'll bring Scream back, like as an homage.
I mean, he does have a
to
new
the
movie,
first-
right?
They just had one last year.
That's why. So maybe that could be a good point.
And it's an homage to the first one.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that was a big part of that.
So maybe I can see how they would do that.
At this point, is like Scream more famous from Scary Movie or from Scream? Ghostface. I mean,
That's good. I think Ghostface is more famous from Scream, dude.
what's that? So good. So good.
Gosh, I'm happy to hear that they're making a scary movie though.
Yeah,
they
they-
better be raunchy as heck, dude. Don't
They
hold
have
back.
to be. They announced
I don't
a
want
bunch of stuff.
PG-13. I want R.
Yeah, for real. At this
Right?
point, yeah.
We want R.
I'm just scared because comedy's been real bad recently for movies.
Give us another American Pie.
I want another Superbad. Superbad was so good.
Oh, that's a good one to do, but that's like you gotta do it right.
That's rough. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta really do it right.
yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know who's got the ability to pull this off. Who are they gonna hire for Scary Movie at this point? Because wasn't it kind of like the same people over and over again for a little bit, like
Yeah. What I could see them doing though,
the Wayans brothers and whatnot?
what would be cool is if they brought back the Wayans brothers and they brought back Kevin Hart and they brought back
Marlon Wayans is doing something. Oh man, what is it that I saw? He was like doing something recently. I have to look it up now because it's gonna kill me.
he's the guy that did What's Up, right? What's Up, right?
Yeah, Marlon Wayans was like the main dude in there in those movies, and White Chicks, another movie.
Well,
Why don't they
him
make
and-
movies like this anymore?
What's his brother's name?
There's Damon, there's Marlon, there's Sean. Is
Sean
one
and
of them?
Marlon. Sean and Marlon do White Chicks.
They're the main two. Yeah.
How do we get to White Chicks?
Damon's
How
an
do we-
older dude, right?
How do we arrive here?
Like Fallout. That's why movies are just like such a good thing. There's Dwayne Wayans. There's Damon Wayans is the dude from My Wife and Kids. So he's older.
He's the OG, right? He's like the guy
I don't
from
know anymore.
like The Color Purple, or not The Color Purple.
I just know him from
not The Color Purple.
My Wife
What's
and
that? What's that sketch comedy show? He was on, man.
sketch comedy show.
He was on not The Color Purple. That's not what I meant to say. It's
I have no idea what you're talking about. That's the
something
funniest part.
colors in the name. And it's like another version of like Jim Carrey was on it too. It's like another version of like SNL kind of deal, like like SNL, Mad TV kind of deal. But so many big
I
actors
have no
came from it,
idea.
dude.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, I know like Jamie Foxx was on it. Like it's
Jamie Foxx had his own show for a while too, the Jamie Foxx show.
Yeah, I was watching that. It's on Netflix now.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I used to watch that every day after school.
Did you?
Yeah,
Sick,
it was good, dude.
He's so good.
He's hilarious.
He puts his music talent in that show. Whenever he's playing the piano, raising money for the hotel.
Yep.
He's so good, man. But
That's what. So like, I knew him from
that.
So I knew him from the Jamie Foxx show, which was like a comedy sitcom type
That's
thing.
cool, actually, that you knew that. I didn't know that until later.
That was the only thing I'd known him from until I watched Django. So that was a weird transition for me to be like, whoa, that's the same guy.
Dude, that's funny, man. You were watching some old school TV then, dude.
Because I only had like the local channels when I was a kid, and so I'd get home and I'd just turn on the TV and watch whatever's on. So I would watch My Wife and Kids. I would watch the Wayans Bros. They had a sitcom. It was called The Wayans Bros.
Yep. Everyone has
the Jamie
sitcom,
Foxx
dude.
show. Sabrina the Teenage Witch sometimes
I
is on
love that
there.
show. Dude, she was my sister's neighbor. She
up north in
she
California.
lives in Tahoe. She
Yep.
lived really close to her for a little bit when they lived there.
What else?
They,
what
like-
else did they play after school that I used to watch? Stupid stuff that I probably shouldn't have been watching. According to Jim,
Freaking
Jim Belushi.
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince was on there too.
That was a good show.
That was a great show.
According to Jim, don't know what you're talking about.
Jim Belushi.
He had his own show.
It was called like According to Jim. I think that's what it was called.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. He's just fat and drank beer and was like the traditional like husband displayed on the sitcoms.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow. No. Wait, is he the Jim Belushi from? Not Godfather, but
I'm not sure who you're thinking of, dude.
is he in one of your movies?
No. Jim Belushi.
Who's Jim Belushi, dude?
This dude.
Oh, bro, I was thinking of Jim. Or is there another guy with Belushi in the last name?
Yeah, his brother, but he
Who's the
died
guy-
real young. He was in Animal House. He was on like I think he was on SNL and stuff.
No, dude, I'm tripping. Who's the guy from freaking Home Alone? The bad guy.
Oh, Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. I was thinking of Joe
Jim
Pesci. dude.
Belushi, Joe Pesci.
I was like,
I've never
he
heard
has his
that.
own show?
I've never heard that mix up.
I don't know.
Dude, did
why.
you know he has like a rap? Joe Pesci has like a rap video from like the 90s. That's hilarious.
No way, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
That's cool, actually.
We gotta watch more of his movies, dude.
I'm down.
They're funny. He's always a funny guy.
I'm down, dude. We should watch some Frank Sinatra movies, man. I've never seen one.
Dude, they're
Have you?
good. They're good. I actually like them. I like 50s movies though. Like
I
people
was
don't.
yeah, you're into those.
Yeah.
I was listening to an interview today of John Bon Jovi on a podcast, right? And then the guys were asking him like, "Hey, were you inspired by like David Bowie and Madonna, these people who got in acting?" He said no, and he said no because they didn't make it like Sinatra did. Like,
Yeah, no, he
those
was in a lot of
movies were
movies.
not like technically were not successes,
Yeah.
and he wanted to be a successful actor, and so he's like, no, I wasn't
What
inspired.
was he in?
I don't know. I know he was in one movie that's super. This is probably the worst movie to say, but he was in Valentine's Day, like one of those, one of those movies where you have multiple plots.
Yes.
connected.
I remember that movie.
It was actually really. I mean, I loved his part. He was a romantic character. He had his own. He was playing himself.
For someone who wanted to be in good movies, he was in a bunch of trash movies.
Really? what movie was he? What movie was he?
Tell me if you know any of these. The Leading Man, Little City,
Nope.
Destination Anywhere,
Oh, that one.
Row Your Boat, No Looking Back, Homegrown, U571, Pay It Forward. That one is the only one I think I've heard of, which is Kevin Spacey and Haley Joel Osment, the little kid.
Okay.
A vampire movie.
Is
called
Haley the boy?
Vampires.
He's
Haley
the
Joel
boy,
Osment,
right?
The boy, the guy
Yeah.
from. I think he was in The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, he was the kid.
Yeah, he was in a lot
Yeah.
of trash movies.
Dang, dude. Okay. Well, never mind that.
So
I mean, he wasn't.
He's trying to make a point, and he just like defeated himself on
That's
that one.
rough, dude. Yeah.
Because Frank Sinatra was in some decent movies. Mm-hmm. I think he's in The Manchurian Candidate. That was a good one.
I'll have
The
to watch
original
them
one.
all. I haven't seen him any of them, man. I don't know.
I'm excited for that Frank Sinatra biopic from Martin Scorsese.
So is that happening?
I think so.
Is that greenlit?
I think so.
I mean, that'd be a messed up one to pull.
They pull all kinds of stuff though, like the movie critic. I'm so bummed about that still.
Yeah.
Can't believe him.
Yeah, that's the luck of the draw then, huh? Because to be real, I mean, because you have big directors getting pulled too. Like that's rough, man.
And Scorsese has all kinds of movies like lined up that he's just not like really working on. Like I think there was a Devil in the White City adaptation he was working on that just I haven't heard about in years. There was there's this other one about like Joe Petrosino, who was a New York detective who was fighting the mafia, that I think he was working on, that just disappeared as well. In these movies, just like you hear about them, they talk about them, they go away, and you just never hear anything again. And so I hope this Frank Sinatra one happens, because I haven't heard anything about it before until this casting of Leonardo DiCaprio, which isn't shocking because it's Scorsese. But then Jennifer Lawrence is playing the Ava Gardner, which was his wife.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully it happens.
Jennifer Lawrence. That's crazy.
It's weird. It's a weird casting.
Dang, man.
But they were in Don't Look Up together, Jennifer Lawrence and Leo. I don't know. I don't remember
Okay.
how much their characters interacted.
That's true, huh?
Adam
That
McKay's a
movie-
good director. He did The Big Short.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
He also did Step Brothers.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, so he has a cool filmography. I really love his filmography.
Step Brothers is good, man.
Yeah. Step Brothers. I think he did Talladega Nights as well.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, so that's an awesome, fun filmography. He goes from these like super awesome comedies to the most serious movie about the 2008 financial crisis to a movie about the end of the world.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's a good Adam McKay, man. That's awesome. Is he also an actor?
I don't think so. Not sure though. I don't think so.
Is he a writer?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he writes everything he works on.
Okay.
I'm not positive.
But he directed them, right?
Mm-hmm, for sure, yeah.
Oh man, bro, that was good. Well,
I just finished the last of those.
I think
beers.
we're about to wrap it, man.
We worked our way through 3 awesome beers tonight. I think those were some of the most successful beers we've had on the show.
Those are very good. Good, thank you.
Super easy sippers.
Thanks for providing those tonight, man.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that big
I'm
time.
waiting to be able to get these on here.
Well, we're going to probably wrap up here. Have a good night, folks. And always, please, 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 please like and subscribe.
Smash that like button.
And always
Remember
to
beer happy.
happy.
Peace.
Later. Peace.